We are here live in the Podcashed Studios. Today I'm here with
Mike Quiroga with the Noble Realty. I'm a real estate broker.
Yeah, there it is, a real estate broker right here in the greater Temecula area. Right now we're in Canyon Lake at the Podcashed Studios, so we're pretty local to each other. And I'm kind of newer to the area, but how long have you been out here for?
I would say about 10 years or so, 15 years.
10 years. And then how long have you been a realtor?
6 years now.
So you've lived out here while being a realtor out here, so you know the area pretty well.
Exactly, yes.
That's cool. That's awesome. So what would you say, like, is the best part about living out here? Like, what do you like really about it?
To be honest, I moved from Los Angeles, so escaping the crime.
Yeah.
I lived in Linwood, and that's pretty much near Compton, so that's where all the crime was taking place at the time. So we moved out here just finding peace and, great view of the mountains of Lake Elsinore.
Yeah, it's beautiful up here. I love it. Yep.
Feeling at home.
So what would you say is your favorite part about doing real estate?
Creating and providing how would I say this? A great service to clients, because I know there's other realtors out there that they get paid, but they're not really taking their career serious or doing the job correctly. And I pretty much came into real estate to be set apart from those.
Yeah, and I think that you're going to last, because I've watched you, and over social media mostly, right? Because, I haven't seen you too much, but I can see that your heart is in it for the people. You're a lot focused on better things in life. You're how do I say it, like with God, stuff like that. So, people may find you more trustworthy, and you're in your zone. I like it.
Exactly.
I like it. So what kinds of things do you do to promote a listing? Like when you get a house listing, what do you do?
First, I call Anthony Garibay to get that marketing going.
That.
I truly appreciate Anthony. He brings, personal value and marketing value as well,
Yes, sir.
But really market the property, Instagram, Facebook, Zillow, Trulia. And not only that, when I go to interviews for a listing appointment, I tell them, I'm like, you're not only paying for me to market your property with, my marketing expertise and the people I hire, but I go out and door knock, and you're paying me for the physical labor as well. A lot of agents right now, they just put the house on the market and just wait for that phone to ring. That's not me.
Sure. Yeah, you're out there pretty active, because I know, last weekend or the weekend before, we went to your open house, shot a video, rode with you to go pass out all your signs. We got some video footage of that. So you're really pushing, the advertising element for when you take a listing, right? I'm already in one day I saw, and I saw the people coming to the open house when we were leaving. And I mean, it was pretty good.
Exactly. Yeah.
You get a lot of good activity on that?
Yeah. We got since the market has been picking up, that day I probably got 7 people walking into the open house, which was really good. I mean, the market before the New Year's was pretty much dead, for a little bit. So we really had to push it with the marketing and have a great open house.
So you've been doing, real estate for a while, and the market has shifted a few times, right?
Right. Exactly.
So when you're up, you're up. When you're down, you're down.
Exactly.
So, kind of referring to people who want to become realtors, or maybe who are newly realtors or who've been realtors and haven't figured it out as far as living. I know, how do you balance your money? That's probably a lot of entrepreneurs, when it's good, it's good, it's bad, it's bad. So what are you doing to kind of make it, what do you put away a certain amount out of every deal, or how are you going to, deal with that? Or have you learned from it?
That's a great question. Yeah. Especially learning from the market. I mean, like you said, man, when the market's up, you're up.
Yeah.
When the market's down, you could potentially go down with it too. So you really have to be disciplined and set money aside. For me, I didn't really have a savings account, but I have a crypto account, which, I put my money there, and, obviously when the market goes down, your amount of money goes down as well. But really being disciplined and see where your spending is going, not just going out and stuff, but give yourself a budget to go out, and then give yourself a budget as well to stay in and really just put in the work.
Yeah. And, doing marketing for realtors, since 2013, 2012, I've met a lot of realtors and entrepreneurs, because, I've done a lot of marketing for them, and I'm an entrepreneur. So I've made the mistakes of not giving myself, a cushion, and then I feel like, for somebody who's in business, where people trust them with something like that, it's something that is part of your brand, right?
Exactly.
If you're going to be dealing with people in their dealings with, financial stuff, houses,
right,
getting a loan that they may not be able to afford because of they don't have cushion if something happens, So these are things I believe, that really help a realtor.
Exactly.
Right. To be a better leader for their clients and to give them better service.
Right.
Yeah.
To help them find that trust, that comfortability to take that next step.
That's it.
Into putting their house on the market or, fully going, full price offer and getting the offer accepted. They want to trust in you. And
yeah. So what about books? Is there any good books you're reading, like motivational, inspirational, that, with a good message?
When I first started real estate, I was really listening to Grant Cardone.
Okay.
Napoleon Hill, 10X by Grant Cardone.
Yeah.
What's the other one by Napoleon Hill? I forgot it all.
Think and Grow Rich?
Think and Grow Rich.
Yeah.
Really believing in yourself and having that confidence to keep striving, because the real estate market is brutal. It's cutthroat for a lot of beginners, especially me. I joined real estate right after high school. So I already knew what I was going to get myself into. I had one plan. That was plan A, no plan B, no plan C. You'll just go forward. If you fail, get up and keep going. Exactly. So since the market has adjusted, we have to adjust too. And you learn about yourself a lot more. When you get taken down into these deep waters, you find out who you are. So really builds that thick skin in you. And it's amazing.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, and I know going to seminars and reading books, self-growth, if you will, it's helped me, definitely over the years. What about like sales books or real estate books? Anything like that?
No, surprisingly, I haven't really read any real estate books. I'll start going to now. I mean, I'm 25 years old, so I still need to keep growing.
25, already doing real estate. You're nothing but up from here, right? Especially if you've already been through a few of these storms, these economical storms that have come our way, most recently,
Right.
And then what about, did you say your wife does real estate or?
Exactly. Okay. Yes. My wife, actually met her at Target. She wasn't working there, but it was like a love at first sight thing. Nice. But I mean, she was going to school and she was working at Big Five. I'm like, hey, I want to let you know, I mean, you could continue that, but I know you can grow a lot more. Yeah. I know you could become yourself, like your own business.
How long ago was this? How many?
5 years ago.
Oh, so you were like fresh out of high school with that too.
Exactly.
You're growing up quick.
Yeah. So I saw her. I'm like, hey, you're a person's, people's person.
Yeah.
What about real estate? Have you thought about it? And she's like, no. But she looked into it and she finally got into it. Yeah. She hit like Rookie of the Year twice.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Okay. So she's been killing it. And
nice.
Just like anybody else, I mean, you're taking through those storms and you find out about yourself and who you are.
Sure.
Yeah. But having her on my side has been a true blessing, because there was times in my path where I wasn't heading the right direction, or I got caught up with a few things, and she pointed me in the right direction. So I'm truly thankful. I thank God for her, because who knows where I would have been or
got that support.
Yeah, exactly. The helper. So
nice. That's really good. So why don't, are you going to do like a team thing with her? You're a broker, right?
Exactly. Okay. I'm a broker. We started merging ever since we got married. We started merging, you know, if she gets a client, she obviously works with them, but if we meet them together, then we work it as a team.
Oh, okay.
So we're starting to merge slowly but surely.
You thinking of doing your image? Like I see some couple, sign when they're signing couples picture. And
exactly.
Stuff like that?
Yeah, it's definitely in the talks. Yeah.
Nice. Okay. All right. So do you have like a team right now? Like, is there like, you have your certain escrow person, your certain mortgage person, you working like with certain people, or you're just kind of still filling it out?
Yeah, still filling it out. Yeah. I mean, we work with, probably like 3 lenders tops.
Okay.
We don't have like one lender. Hey, we go to that one lender alone and that's it. No, we're still working with a good amount of lenders. And
oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
So what about so you're mostly out in the Temecula areas, the greater areas, and come from LA. And so, the difference in the environments and, the safety, not like spray paint everywhere,
right.
And, transients walking around, you get a little bit of it, but, other than that, I mean, that's a good thing. What are some other things, like if people wanted to move out into this area, what are some good things about living out here?
Let me see. I would say it's a little bit more tranquil.
Yeah.
But it's starting to pick up.
Yeah, definitely.
We're starting to see more traffic out here. Yep. So it's like, I move out here because the prices are obviously half of what they are in like Los Angeles.
Okay.
So I'll definitely, if you're looking for that more economical still a tranquil, calm area, then definitely move out here and more family oriented.
More
conservative, and feeling that protection, or so I would say.
Yeah, it's growing fast too. I know Wildemar is like, I never even heard of it, and then all of a sudden it just popped up on the map, and they got all this, all this what do you call it, businesses, infrastructures, and building going. I'm just like, wow, and they make it happen fast.
Yeah,
it's a good thing to prepare for when you're in real estate. Definitely.
Exactly. Yeah, you always want to hit up the city and see, what are the upcoming plans for. Stores or commercial buildings, so you can let people know that are moving out here. Hey, we have a shooting range that's going to be built in the future. Yeah, that's a good thing to have.
Yeah, definitely.
People that have guns, right?
Yeah, sure. I mean, that would be attractive to me, because that's not very easy to find. People have to go out of their way for that. And then one more thing. What about, like in your office, right? What's the environment or the culture like? Is there a pretty big culture at the company you're working with right now?
Exactly. Yes. It's like very, feels like a family.
Okay. What's it called again? What's the place?
Enoble Realty.
Where's that at?
In Murrieta.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Off California Oaks.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Off Washington Street.
Nice.
But yeah, it feels like a family, truly support system.
Okay.
What else? Yeah. Cause when you join real estate, you really want to find a team that's going to be supporting you.
Yeah.
Like, take ego aside, take all that pride stuff aside, let them help you, you help them. Stay away from teams that like have that weird vibe, that envy.
Yeah.
It could get real. They might have more things than you.
Yeah.
But your personality just kills them.
Sure.
And it's like, dang. So be aware who you surround yourself with.
Yeah, I feel like the ones that, because you can make a lot of money in real estate. It's real flashy, and I feel like the people who go after that, as opposed to the people who are maybe a little more seasoned, or they just go into it from the start to serve, to help other people. And you get that feeling when I know, because I've seen it, when you close a deal and people work so hard to get there and it's their dream home and this and that, and they just had a kid or whatever it is, and they're crying, and there's a lot of tearjerker stories. It makes it worth it, I'm sure.
Exactly. Yeah. And your clients want to see you being a servant leader,
Yeah.
Truly serving and having that passion and being happy when you serve. Yeah, it's a great feeling.
So give me a couple stories. Like, is there any stories, like a horror story or a tearjerker or something amazing? Like maybe somebody, someone moves a celebrity or something,
Sheesh.
Someone who was, had some type of disability or, any type of story that you can remember, like your best deal or something.
Man, there's so many stories. I would have to come back to that question, to be honest, and really think about it.
Yeah. There's a lot of good stuff. I've heard a lot of good stories. I'm trying to do a show right now, and it's going to be called Realtor Memoirs.
Okay.
And then, I'm definitely going to have some realtors come in and talk about a story that they really, that really touched them or that really pissed them off because another realtor or something,
Exactly.
I know there's a lot of stories. I know you have some.
Yeah, I'm going to have to get back to you with that one. But to be honest, a lot of stories that have happened in my career, I mean, probably every realtor knows this, is just, definitely feeling that betrayal with working with a lot of clients, and they probably, go buy a house without you. That happened a lot in the beginning stages, probably because they saw that I was young.
Yeah.
And,
I see.
My flesh would say, get angry and but it's like, nah, don't get angry because, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, right?
Yeah, sure. Yeah,
so
you learn from it. Yeah.
You learn from it. And every time, I didn't get a deal, I would find out, where they lived. I'm like, hey, why didn't you hire me?
Yeah.
Hey, I thought you were too young. I don't think you're experienced. I'm like, thank you for telling me,
Yeah.
Now I know.
Now you know. Yeah. It wasn't
Exactly.
you. It's just they're got that trust issue. That's a big deal,
It
buying
is.
a house, selling a house.
But now it's like,
you want someone experienced in life, and
right. It's
real estate,
it's a big purchase. So I learned from it, and I got experience, and now every time I meet somebody, they're like, heck yeah, let's do it,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
You're taking through those trials to get to that, that property that you're going to sell, or that one home sold,
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. And then you serve them with all your heart. And then I know some people, a lot of realtors actually that I talk to, they talk about what you're talking about is basically they got their brothers buying, sister, aunt, uncle,
right.
And they're like, what's going on?
Exactly.
And that's very, very common. I try to tell them it's not you. I guarantee it. A lot of people, they're embarrassed about their financial situation, behind the scenes stuff, and they don't want you to see that. They don't want to be exposed. So they want that front.
Exactly.
So I know that's a big reason. Sometimes they just don't. They don't think about it. People aren't I'm not thinking about my cousin right now, you know, like, so why would they be thinking, you know, so there's a lot around it, you know, there's a lot to be learned, I'm sure.
Exactly. Very true.
Yeah. That's cool, man. Well, hey, thank you for coming out here to the Podcashed Studios.
Yeah. Another book I've been reading that's been helping me a lot is the Holy Bible.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. The Bible has been helping me a lot.
Oh yeah.
Get through life. At first it was like, yeah, you know, I want money, I want this, but now there's a bigger purpose. So, definitely use money as a tool. Don't idolize it. Don't let money, don't let money become your master.
Yeah.
But definitely use it as a tool and maneuver with it and really, you know, create a business where you're going to truly help people and, help them, with their goals, their real estate goals, and become a servant leader in your community.
Yeah, I believe that. I believe that, you know, and I agree with it. And a lot of it is very in alignment with what we were talking about earlier about stewarding over your money, right? And, you know, just not just wanting everything, but you want it for, you know, you want to steward over it, right? You want it for a purpose. You want to help people and, you know, give value. Yeah, absolutely, definitely.
Absolutely agree, because everything that, you know, relates to life is literally in that one book.
Yeah.
In that one Bible. So it's truly a guidance and, you know.
Yeah, I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. Thank you. All right, man. Well, that's a good message.
Good
way to end it. I appreciate it, man.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks for coming out, Mike. And what's a couple ways people can contact you if they want to use your services, like website, your phone number?
Yeah, you could follow me on Instagram, the real Mike Quiroga. You spell my last name Quiroga, and the real Mike Quiroga. And then you could contact me at 951-775-1497 to get that great real estate service. You could call me Monday morning, Friday night, Sunday morning. I'll be there.
There you go.
Just let me know when. We'll make it happen.
Like it. All right. Thank you for coming out, sir.
Hey, thank you.